Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's so like, I don't want to say surreal, but a little bit surreal. I just feel like it's been a hot minute, hot minute, and I know you guys saw the video. I'm sure a bunch of you saw the video I posted last week, which was the Project Pan update, but like that was pre-filmed before my vacation, so I honestly like haven't filmed in like 3 weeks any makeup videos. And so I'm so sorry. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's really not that much. I feel like for me I was just a little bit like unmotivated, and I don't like posting like half butt posting, and so I didn't want to like do that, and I hate when people do that. So I was like, let me just like, you know, take the couple weeks, take the few weeks, and then we're gonna come back with a vengeance, with a bang. And so here we are. Today we're doing makeup that gave me major FOMO. So I bought it. I thought it was so much fun. We talked about this before if you have not seen. I love your feedback. I love talking with you guys. So if you guys comment any video ideas, stuff like that, I will do them. Like that's what kind of channel I have here. I love you guys' opinion. And so a few of you were like, yes, do this video. So here we are, we're doing it, and I'm so excited about it. So anyway, first, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. Sorry, I ended up ordering some breakfast because I haven't eaten, and when I was on the cruise, they had like a burrito stand, a breakfast burrito, and it was like fan-freaking-tabulous. So I'm trying this, like, it's called bed and breakfast burrito. So we'll see how it is. Okay, let's jump right in. I feel like for this video, a couple of things had like a couple different reasonings. So first we actually have the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Sweet Mint. Now, I didn't necessarily feel FOMO when I was like buying these because I felt like they weren't as, like when I first got like my first one, I feel like it wasn't as like crazily hyped as it is now, but by that point, like as hyped as it is now, I have like them all. So like I feel like I was right on the money when I was buying these, but I do feel like this freaking shade keeps giving me major FOMO, fear of missing out, because it's always is out of stock online. And so I'm like, are you guys taking it away or what? So I had to buy a backup, and so now I have two because again, it just gave me major FOMO, and I was like, I need it. I just needed like a lip balm to put on, and I was like, honestly, I'll share with you guys the fact that I had to buy a backup, even though this one is not anywhere near done, because I really do not want to miss it when it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that kind of negativity in my life. I don't. Alright, so let's jump into some other products. It's actually like, it's funny, again, lots of different reasons, but lots of different like brands. I don't know. First we have Loreal, the True Match Lumi Glotion. Now this one I feel like was one that I was like pining after for so long, and it finally got to a point where I was like, I really just don't want it to like, yeah, to like pass me by, you know, the craze, the hype. I don't want to not get it and like, again, literally miss out. And so I know this one is probably like definitely not gonna go like out of stock or anything, but I just felt like people were loving it, so I just really wanted to you know, see what the hype was all about. And I think they came out with a couple more shades after I bought this, so honestly at this point, like, it is very like back behind, like people love this. So when I got it, I definitely used it more when I first got it. Do I not have anything still? I definitely used it more when I first got it. This one is definitely like, so it's not like the bronzing drops or like the Say drops. This one has that more, obviously it's Glotion, but like, so it has that more lotiony texture where it almost feels like a moisturizer-esque with like glow. And so I like that. It's just not my, like, I don't know, I just don't reach for it that much, so it must just not be my favorite kind of like glow, but I love the finish of it. So I definitely have to use it more, but that one definitely gave me FOMO because I was like, people are loving it, people are talking about it, I was seeing it everywhere in everyone's collections, and so I was like, I need to get that, I need that. This one is, the next product is probably the product that like inspired this video, and that was the Supergoop Protec Tint Daily SPF. I'm not gonna lie, there probably are quite a few foundations that gave me like major FOMO. Definitely the Urban Decay one as well, but then they sent that one over. So like there were definitely a handful of products that I was like, oh, I don't want to miss it. But this one was just one of those products that I knew like in my heart, I was like, you're not gonna like use it like, it's not going to be like your everyday foundation because I have so many, and I knew that like from the jump. But it was like so many people were buying it during the Sephora sale that I was like, I need it. And this was after I bought 4 foundations already. And so I'm like, girl, you do not need another foundation. But it was just one of those products that I was like, I don't want it to be sold out and then me want it, you know, and then have to wait for it to like restock, even though I'm pretty sure it's all in stock and at this point. But it was just one of those things that I did not want to let it go. So I had to buy it like during the Sephora Baby sale. I was like, I want to get it on sale. At least I get something out of it. And then, you know, I ended up buying all 5 of the foundations that I wanted, and so this is just insane. But I actually do really enjoy this. I do think this one's definitely worth the hype that it gets. It's definitely like in its own, I would say in its own lane. I think there's so many like SPF products, foundations and stuff that are like, I don't want to say get a bad name, but almost get a bad name for different reasons, you know. But this one I feel like is just like honestly the perfect SPF foundation, because it does obviously have coverage and it covers up stuff. It's not like this oily greasy mess, but you could see and you can see it does have a nice glow. Obviously the primer in this combination is really glowy, but it does have like, it just ticks all the boxes as far as like a skin tint goes. But then you add the SPF, you don't feel like you lose anything, or it's not like gaining anything bad. Like, so I feel like it's just perfect. It does have a smell, and people will tell you that it does not. And I will tell you till every time I use that, it does indeed have a smell. It smells like sunscreen. I love the smell of sunscreen. I don't know if everyone does, so to each their own, but I want to be the one to tell you because people keep saying it doesn't have a scent, and I cringe every time in the video. People are like, oh, it's scent free, and I'm like, you're lying. Don't be a liar. Okay. So then we have concealer. This one is actually cracking me up because I also did get this during the Sephora Baby sale. Everyone and their everyone and their mother loves this freaking concealer. It's the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer. Everyone and their mother was obsessed. This was one of the #1 named products that I saw during the Sephora Baby sale, and I watched so many videos, like recommendation videos, because I'm like, what am I gonna miss? What am I gonna forget about? And this one is talked about the most. Like, there was only one other product that was mentioned as much as this one. And so again, major FOMO. Like, I did not want to miss out on this and like have people love a concealer, and I'm sitting here like, I'm struggling with my concealer. I've used this for a while now, and I've talked about this. I do think like it's a good concealer. I just think for the price, it's not like this, like, I don't know. People talked about it like it was like, I don't know, like this super, I don't know. Like this life-changing concealer. I just don't feel the same. I also feel like if you put too much, it's too much, and like that's annoying to me because you saw how little of dots I put, but you have to put even less than that, and I'm like, it's so, I don't want to say finicky, but almost finicky, because if you put too much, it'll look like obviously like look like too much. And so it's just like annoying to me because I'm like, how many dollars is this freaking concealer? And like I have to make sure I have to put the right amount, and then if you put it like, it's just annoying because I'm like, other concealers, like even just the Too Faced Ethereal Light Concealer, I could put that sucker all over my under eye and just keep blending and it'll be fine. This one I feel like is a little bit thicker of a consistency, and that's what is kind of just like throws me off. And I'm like, I guess it looks beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, my under eyes look so good. I probably could go a shade up, but obviously we're in summer, so like when I lose my tan a little bit, it'll be fine. But it obviously is super pretty. I just feel like if you like, it's just like you have to kind of learn how to use it, and that's stupid to me. It's just dumb, in my opinion. But, you know, to each their own. To each their own. Like, this is the thing. For me, a lot of these products is like, I would not, this is gonna sound stupid. I would not be able to sleep at night if I did not buy them. And obviously I would literally be able to sleep at night, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just that feeling like I need to try it for myself. A lot of these products is just, that's what it is. Like, I needed to try it no matter what people said about it. And I know there are a couple people out there who I've seen they're like, I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't like this concealer, and I'm like, I'm with you. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's like not worth it almost. Like, I feel like there are other options. Like, this does not need to be the end all be all perfect concealer. It's just not, you know? This little guy, he's so cute. Isn't this so cute? These little e.l.f. powder puffs. These also kind of gave me FOMO. Honestly, this brush too, the brush I use for my foundation, honestly, all these brushes, the Tarte one that Kelly Strack just talks about all the time, the foundation one, I was like, I need that. Like, it literally gave me FOMO. I was like, ugh. And then same with the by Mario. Everyone and their mom uses this, and you're like, what? But I like to use this little edge for concealer. It's perfect, this little brush for concealer. I love it so much. So, and then this one for cream bronzer is 10 out of 10. But anyway, these little powder puffs too from e.l.f. that like everyone and their mom uses. I do have a pack from Amazon that works just as good, but the e.l.f. ones are so cute. Anyway, we're going in with the Pat McGrath Under Eye Sublime Blurring Under Eye Powder. I have the shade Light here, and honestly, it's a good shade for me. This is one of those products that I was just kind of like, I wanted for so long. I wanted it for so long, but it genuinely is that, like, it is so expensive. It's so pricey that you almost need to, like, you have to treat yourself and just get it, because everyone says that this is the best under eye powder, and honestly, like, that is just my under eyes, genuinely, every time I, like, do my makeup, I'm like, my under eyes could look better. Not every time, that's the thing. Like, certain combinations are really good, but I feel like if my makeup's gonna look bad, I know for a fact it's probably my under eyes. Does that make sense? Because, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, like, sometimes the combos are not, like, the best, or, like, the most thought out, because obviously, like, you know, I always try to combine, like, a certain primer with, like, a certain foundation, depending on the finish that I want, but I never think about, like, the under eye powder concealer combo. Does that make sense? But people just said, like, this is the best under eye powder, and, like, you can use it, like, for any concealer, and, like, that's what I needed in my life. Something that was kind of just like, you can use it with whatever, whenever. And honestly, this powder is freaking stunning. My under eyes look so smooth every time I use it. And so I'm not gonna say that it's worth it, because it's expensive, y'all. It's expensive, but, like, if you want to treat yourself, do it. Just do it, because it's like, whatever. I got that for myself for my birthday, and that was, like, my treat to myself. Obviously, I bought a lot of stuff for my birthday, but, like, that specifically was, like, I know I would never buy it on any other day, so, for any other occasion, so I needed to buy it for my birthday. Alright, next we have bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Souffle Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. I thought I could resist. I thought I could, but everyone was loving this freaking bronzer stick, and I was like, what am I missing? Somebody needs to tell me what I'm missing. I have so many bronzers. I did not need a new one, but again, like, so many people were just, like, obsessed, and they're like, wow, like, this is so creamy, and blah, 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 and I'm like, I'm missing out. This one also was kind of like inspo for this video, because I was literally so sad. I'm like, I'm missing out, and so I had to just pull the trigger. I'm like, honestly, like, I have so many cream bronzers that I was like, I shouldn't do it, but I needed to. I needed to do it, because I did not want to miss out on this cream bronzer. I don't know. Like, obviously, a lot of these products are not going to just sell out, but it's like, when the craze is at its highest, you kind of want to be in on the craze. You want to be in on the hype and be like, what is going on here? You want to test it for yourself. That's the true tea. And so, that's how I felt with this one. I was just like, everyone was obsessed. I needed to try it. And y'all, you best believe that I love this freaking bronzer stick. It's honestly very similar to, like, the LYS one. Honestly, the Rare Beauty a little bit, but I feel like it's up there as far as, like, super, super creamy with the LYS. Like, it's very, very creamy like that, and it just blends so easily, and it looks so stunning, and it just blends so seamless as well. So I feel like it's, like, definitely stuff you probably have in your collection, but it's so fun, and then it does smell like Tootsie Rolls for real. So it's like, yeah. So it's like the best of, like, everything, in my opinion. So if you have major FOMO, you are missing out, indeed. You are indeed missing out with this freaking cream bronzer, this bronzer stick. I'm so glad that I did get it, though, because I would have been missing out, genuinely. Like, I'm not even kidding, because it's so good. I was looking at my cream blushes, and I was like, were there any that, like, gave me, like, major FOMO? And I don't think so. Like, I know for the Say one, I just, like, really wanted to try it, but it wasn't, like, I was afraid to miss out on it. It was just kind of like, I'll get it when I can get it. You know what I mean? And so, for that reason, I didn't have any, liquid blushes that I put in here. I have a couple new liquid blushes that probably could apply to this, but they're not here yet, so. For setting powder, this one's actually funny. This is not, it's not funny. I've barely used this. I think I've probably used it like once. It's the Makeup Forever, yeah, I've probably used it like once. The Makeup Forever HD Skin Setting Powder. I got the shade Corrective Banana. Maybe that's my problem. Okay. They gave little free mini samples with Sephora, but I was honestly going to buy this powder, and I was trying to see how, like, I guess the best way to buy this powder was, because Kelly Strack also talks about this powder, like, all the time, and I'm like, but this is one of those products that she talks about, literally has talked about for literal years, like, literal years. And so I'm like, oh, do I need to like try it, whatever, and I didn't know how to get it. And then this is one of those products too that I feel like so many people always keep in their collection, like wash and declutters and stuff. People are like, oh, gonna keep the makeup forever, and I'm like, what is it about this powder that is so like iconic? And then definitely it was one of those powders is one of those categories where I feel like my collection is definitely lacking a little bit. Like, it's hard to find a good loose powder for my dry skin that's not going to dry out all my products, you know? So, anyway, I don't even know how I feel about this, but I did have a little bit of FOMO with this, because I'm like, if this is going to be one of those, like, Makeup Forever products that, like, leave and never come back, or what is the tea? So it's perfect that they gave it a little sample, because then I could just buy it that way, but it definitely did give me a major FOMO. As far as, like, all the powders go, this will probably give me the most FOMO, so it's not that exciting, but let's take a look at it, actually. Wow, that's definitely super nice. Oh my gosh. You can still see like the glow. And it obviously didn't lighten my foundation or anything because it was like the banana, which I didn't even notice that I got that one. And it looks so stunning. Okay, Makeup Forever. Okay. I usually use like loose powder under the eye, and so I don't know why, but obviously today we flip-flopped. I really don't know why. So maybe that was been my whole problem, like using the loose powder under the eye. I don't know. I also think the powder puff does make your under eye powder look so much better, and I will stand by that. So anyway, yes. I like that powder. It's nice. Alright, for bronzer, this one is so funny. This one is one of those products, so I didn't necessarily have FOMO when I didn't have it, but now that I have it, I'm like, yo, I would have missed out. So this is the Sephora bronzer, the matte bronzer, in the shade Beach Bum Tan. So I saw this, obviously, when it first came out. People were buying it during the Sephora sale, like, it came out around time. I just didn't get it because there were so many other, like, products that I wanted to get, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't want to, like, you know, get too much, do too much. But then I was placing an order, and I needed, like, a couple more dollars so I could use, like, I don't know, I had a $100 gift card, but I needed to spend $25 to get these birthday gift online. It was just so stupid, so I had to like add something else to cart, and so I added this, and honestly y'all, this is such an amazing bronzer. It's so freaking affordable, blends like a dream, so seamless. This is comparable to like the Pat McGrath bronzer, like the Too Faced like Chocolate Soleil, like just very creamy, very foolproof. You could probably blend for hours and hours and hours and it would like still look the same, like build for hours and hours, and it would look like still beautiful because it's such a stunning like bronzer formula. It smells fun. It smells like vacation. Like, it's just such a great formula. And I do always think, like, Sephora has some very, like, amazing diamonds in the rough. And I do think they're so stupid because so many of their products are just so limited edition. And you're like, I hate you, Sephora. Like, they take away all the good stuff. But I would get this while you can. I would do it. I would do it because it is so worth it, honestly, in my opinion. Alright, so for blush, we do have two blushes. These are both the newer kind of blushes. Of course, I had a fear of missing out on the Kosas blushes. Like, we waited for probably, like, what, over a year for these? Like, they sneaked? What is that called? These, were revealed a long time ago, and then all of a sudden they came out, and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, of course I needed that instantly. And then, of course, the NYX Buttermelt Bronze blushes. These ones were specifically because they sold out so quickly. Like, they literally sold out once they were released. And then, they came back and it was like, okay, yeah, like maybe I do need to like go pick those up. Genuinely do not want to like miss out of the second release. And so I think I got them at, I got them at Ulta when they came out a second time, and they're so stunning. So this is the shade for the Butter Soft Mauve. which is just so pretty. I think the formula is super nice. Is it like my favorite blush formula of all time? No, I definitely think ColourPop is up there, but I do think these are so beautiful. And so like if you're looking for something that's a little bit more naturally glowy, these are stunning because they're not going to be like the Rare Beauty, like they're not like blush highlighters. They're not like that. These are just like, you know how they say like matte but flat blushes? These are not matte. They're not flat blushes, you know? They're matte but like not flat kind of blushes. We're just gonna add the Kosas blush in the shade Swoon on top. I love this color. I honestly think about getting more colors of this all the time. I know you guys convinced me not to. You guys were like, try some other blushes, and I do want to try M Cosmetics those blushes. I just need help figuring out a shade, y'all. I just don't know what shade to get. I feel like I've tried one in the past and it was too light for me. So I need your help. Like, what should I try? I'm trying to branch out on some of my, you know, like go-to brands, and so I'm trying to like do for a few other ones. I was looking at Rhode and I didn't realize she only has 2 like makeup products, and so I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I thought for sure she had like a couple more makeup-y products, but she literally doesn't, so it's fine. Okay, so for our setting spray, we're gonna go in with the LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty makeup setting spray. Now this one really fooled me. I thought for sure I was missing out on this amazing natural finish setting spray. I have so many setting sprays, but a lot of them are glowier, or they give like this like, it's like a natural glow. But I wanted something that wasn't necessarily mattifying, but also not necessarily glowy. And so I wanted something that was just a natural finish setting spray. And kind of like the Morphe Continuous setting spray. I feel like that is such a good like natural finish. It's not going to be glowy, not going to be matte. It's just going to set your makeup. So I thought this was this. I really thought I was missing out on like a gold product here, but I didn't read the fine print that says blur, mattify, and set. And so it's for mattifying, so I don't use it a lot, but we're gonna go with it because I thought for sure I was missing out on like a gold product. Like I really thought, I was like, oh my god, just try it because it looks cute, like it's so fun. It says natural finish right there. I'm like, it's perfect. It's not, but let's use it. I've not used that in a hot minute. Like, everything about this is so nice. Like, I don't mind the triangle packaging. I like the mister. And it's not, like, super strongly scented. I don't even know if it has a scent or anything. Like, it's a nice setting spray. I just don't know how I feel about the finish of it. I've only used it that once, and I was like, oh, crap. Alright, while that sets in, we're gonna go with some brows. I have to go with the Rare Beauty, of course, because when these came out, these were like, oh my gosh, the hot commodity. Honestly, more so the brow gel. The brow gel was like never in stock. People were obsessed, and I was like, oh no, I do not need to miss out on this release, because I honestly auto buy most of Rare Beauty's products. I definitely can convince myself nowadays to just like skip something if I don't need it. Like, I didn't pick up those glowy blushes because they look like highlighters, hello. And then I can't think of any other releases, but there are a couple like that I'm okay with passing up. Like, lip products are not my favorite releases anymore. So anyway, that all being said, when these brows came out, it was like auto buy, but then they like sell out, and so then it's like, oh crap. Like, when things sell out, you kind of feel even worse, because you're like, oh my gosh, right when it comes back, you have to get it. So I always have fear of things selling out. Even though I know they're going to come back, I just don't want it to sell out, because I will be so sad. Like, it would break my heart. I'll be in a bad mood. But I really like this brow pencil. It's the shade Deep Brown. I think it is nice. It's creamy. It's not like your traditional like point. It is a little bit more oval, but I really like this shape. I think that I've talked about this shape a long time. You can still get a precise line, but fill in your brows quickly, and so that's what I really like about this. My face definitely looks glowier than I thought it would. That's nice. So I don't know how to feel about the setting spray. I really don't, because it's just like, I don't know what you're doing to me. Because if it's glowy, then obviously it still doesn't say it's glowy, so I have no idea, but whatever. And then the brow gel we're gonna go in with. This one was so funny. People, this was came out during it. I think it released during like a Sephora sale or something, and then it never said it was like in stock. It only said like out of stock, and so people are like, who bought this if it just released and then out of stock? But I think it was like I don't know if it was like a mishap or something, or like it wasn't supposed to release or something like that. But everyone was kind of like, what the? And so I had to wait so long to get this, honestly, because it took forever for this to go in stock. Forever. Honestly, another brow gel that I'm like, if the Makeup by Mario brow gel ever comes back, y'all have to let me know. let me know, because that one I will buy probably 1 or 2, because well, no, I'll definitely buy 1, maybe a backup, because I loved that brow. That brow gel was so good. Okay, you can tell I came back ready to chat it up. Okay, next we're gonna go with the Lunar Beauty Moonshroom palette. I knew for a fact, like instantly, when he said he was coming out with highlighters, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Whether it was a palette, a single, whatever it was, I knew I was gonna buy it. And so palettes are not my favorite because I don't use all of the shades. But Lunar Beauty, when they came out with like the pan highlighters, I wanted those so bad, I didn't get them. And so I'm like, that's not gonna happen to me again. Okay, I'm not gonna be like the one person who doesn't have one of these highlighters. And so I love the shade Tint here. If this was if it was a single, I would just like, you know, be obsessed, because I think it is so beautiful. And it's perfect for like my skin tone. I think the finish is stunning, and the formula is superb. Honestly, 10 out of 10. So no regrets, no regrets. And I definitely think, I don't know if you can get it anymore. If you can, get it. If you cannot, I'm so sorry for your loss. It's so beautiful too. I love it. I love it. All right, so next we're gonna go in with the Natasha Denona, my mini dream palette. I honestly had major FOMO with the big palette. I was kind of like, like it looks so pretty. Do I want it? Do I not? I'm just gonna take this like shade right here. And so I was just like I don't know. I was kind of torn. I was definitely torn. I didn't know what I was gonna do. But I ended up not going with it, and there was one of those things where I was like obviously I could still purchase it, but again, it's not, when the hype is dead, then you're like, okay, whatever, you could get over it. So I just kind of like, you know, moved on from that. Then when they saw this, I honestly purchased it instantly, because I was like, I'm not gonna miss out. I'm not gonna do it. And so I'm so glad that I purchased it, because this is one of my favorite palettes of all time, and I genuinely have. So when this uploads, I don't know if it's still gonna be the case, but when I'm filming this, there's doing like the Sephora sale, a random Sephora sale where like stuff is 50% off, and there are a couple of the Natasha Denona mini palettes that are 50% off, or whatever, a percentage off, that I'm like, do I need to buy this freaking eyeshadows? Because I just love them so much, and I think they are so like easy to use, they're compact, they're like perfect. And so I definitely was one of those haters of the Natasha Denona formula. I was just like, there's no way there's any formula that's worth the hype, and I definitely don't think like her big palettes, especially if there's a bunch of colors that you're not going to necessarily use, I don't think they're super worth it. I have the Yucca one, which I believe is also on sale. I'm sorry, I'm getting hot. Which the Yucca one I believe is also on sale, and so anyway, my point is that I have tried those, and I do think if you're not going to use the whole color story, then it's definitely not worth it. But these little ones, because there's only a couple shades, if you see like at least 3 shades that you're going to use on a daily, then it's so worth it. And so that was just my mentality when I was looking at them. But anyway, the formula is really amazing. I think it blends so easily. It's so pretty. And yeah, I definitely am a convert, because I was not like this. I just need a better brush here. I was definitely not the biggest fan of these in the past. Of Natasha Denona, I should say. So pretty! I think for today, we're just going to take actually this cream shade, the cream shade, and just set the lid with that. Just lightly to brighten stuff up. I don't want to wear a shimmer today, even though both of these shimmers are literally stunning. Oh my gosh, perfect, so easy. And just, that's the thing, it's like easy peasy, and it looks like you did so much more with your life, with your eyeshadow. And so it's like, I don't know, it's just perfect. It's like, obviously it did not do that much. It took me like barely less than a minute. So 10 out of 10, guys, 10 out of 10. All right, next we're gonna do some mascara. So this is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. I have the brown one, the shade Drift. This mascara is actually funny. So I did try it when it like first released. Okay, what am I doing? I did try it when it first released, and I thought that the mascara was like really beautiful mascara. Well, after like I tried it, whatever, like I used it up, a bunch of like, probably like a year passed, honestly. It's been a while since this mascara came out. A long time has passed, and I just feel like people are like, people are just, this is one of those people are just constantly repurchasing this, and I felt like I was missing out even though I've tried it, and I'm like, wait, what am I missing? I liked this mascara a lot. I genuinely did, and I did want to repurchase it, but I was never like, I don't know, racing. Like, I felt like there were other ones that are definitely like either not, I don't want to say better, but like just as good or like just as you know, exciting to go purchase. So I was like, why are people like repurchasing the same one? So I started to feel FOMO after, even though I've tried it, and this is still, honestly, like, people, every time they talk about it, I'm like, I don't know what I'm missing, but something is missing. I do have to say the brown one, I just feel like it's just not as good as the black one, and I have heard that with this mascara specifically, but I've also heard that with other mascaras in general too, like, and I've tried that in other mascaras, so the brown one's just like not, I don't know what it is that is missing that makes the brown ones just not as good, but I do think it is super pretty. Like, it's very natural, you can see. It's not gonna look too harsh, and it's not gonna look too dramatic because it's black, because it's not black, which I actually appreciate, and I do like sometimes. It's just not my favorite, like, of all time. Like, it's not one that I use. I don't get my money's worth out of this one, I should say, because I feel like this is like 20 some dollars. I use it like once, barely, not even once a month, like, you know what I mean? So by that point, by the time I like use it to its full capacity, it's gonna be already dry. So I don't use it that much, and the brown shade specifically, but I do really like this mascara, and so I do can see like my burrito person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, they said it's super busy, and so that like sucks. I'm like, just don't leave. I'm like, thank you for keeping me updated. Please don't leave. Just wait a little bit longer. Okay. Anyway, I feel like I talked forever about this mascara. It's a nice mascara. Yeah. Will I repurchase it? Probably eventually. If there's like a set, I always wait for like those Sephora favorite set, because the Tower 28 mascara is usually in those. Alright, last but not least, we have the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Freaking Gloss. I've got this clear one, the shade Glossy. I knew for a fact if I was going to get any of the shades, I was going to go clear because this was the one I was going to use. But they came out with a little 90s brown duo, which I was like, oh my gosh, obsessed with. So we're going to use that. This is the lip contour in the shade of Warm Brown. Everyone and their mother loves these Huda Beauty lip liners as well. And I always like end up with one, again, whether it's in like a kit or something like that, and then I always end up decluttering it because I'm not a lip liner girly, but this color looks so perfect. Ugh, so cute. It's like the perfect color, I'm not gonna lie, especially for like medium tan skin tone. It's so perfect. And then, so this gloss, I actually used it when I went on vacation, like more, like I used it quite a bit, honestly. And I like this gloss. I don't think it's like, people really hyped it up. And so I don't think, like, if you don't get it, I don't think you're missing out. I definitely think these are very comparable to like the e.l.f. ones, just all the lip freaking glosses that are out now. Like, it's not like, it's definitely like copy paste. It's not like its own unique thing. These are super thick, so again, I feel like they're the most comparable to probably like the e.l.f. As far as thickness goes, but as far as like there's not super long wearing. They were just like a gloss. I have to say that these are a little bit more like, I feel like when I take it off, my lips are super dry, and so like I don't feel like it's this, like, the way people hyped it up, y'all. I don't think it's there. I don't know if this is like the best look, but like, are we giving 90s? I feel like we're giving 90s, maybe a little. I don't know. I'm so excited. Anyway, I missed you guys, and so I'm sorry this video is like super long, but I definitely missed filming, and so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. We will be back Thursday with another video, so stay tuned. I'm sorry, Friday. So we are gonna go back to posting Monday, Friday. I just don't want to like burn out, and so I burn out almost, and so and we're gonna go back to like separating it out to just do Monday and Friday, and then if I feel like I'm like having a lot of video ideas or a lot of inspiration, we'll go back to 3 times a week. I guess it'll just depend on how I'm feeling, and so of course I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know what other video ideas you want to see, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. I'm just gonna tell you because I ended up changing my shirt for the thumbnail, so if you're like, what? You never change your shirt in the video? It's because I just changed it for the thumbnail because I feel like this black matches the whole vibe much better than the pink. Sorry.